Hello, Commanders fans. Today, we have some hot news you can't miss. So get ready because there's a lot of important information coming your way. Before we begin, we'd like to subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, and stay up to date with all the latest news about our Washington Commanders. Don't forget to leave a like, which really strengthens our community and helps bring this content to the team's most passionate fans. Now, without further ado, let's get straight to today's news. Hello, Commanders fans. The Washington Commanders made a significant decision on Monday by releasing veteran wide receiver Michael Gallup, who had joined the roster in March. Gallup, 29, had initially signed a one-year contract with the Las Vegas Raiders in April 2024. However, before training camp even began in July, the receiver surprised everyone by announcing his retirement, prompting the Raiders to place him on the reserve/retired list. In March of this year, the Las Vegas team officially released him from that list, paving the way for the wide receiver to attempt a return to the league, an opportunity that arose in Washington. With the Commanders, Gallup entered a highly competitive environment, vying for a spot in a receiving core that already boasts strong names like Terry McLaurin, Deebo Samuel, Noah Brown, and rookie Luke McCaffrey. In addition to Gallup, the franchise also announced other releases on Monday. Cornerback Essing Bassi, center Nick Harris, tackle Tyre Phillips, defensive end Norrell Pollard, and wide receiver Braylon Sanders. Gallup built his distinguished career with the Dallas Cowboys, where he played for 6 seasons after being selected in the 3rd round of the 2018 NFL Draft. In total, he accumulated 266 receptions for 3,744 yards and 21 touchdowns in 86 games, starting 67 of them. His most productive season came in 2019, when he recorded 66 receptions for 1,107 yards and 6 touchdowns, solidifying his position as one of the Cowboys' top offensive weapons that year. However, Gallup's career has also been marked by physical difficulties. In January 2022, during a touchdown reception against the Arizona Cardinals, the wide receiver suffered a torn anterior cruciate ligament in his left knee. Commanders and Terry McLaurin agree to 3-year extension worth up to $96 million. The Washington Commanders and wide receiver Terry McLaurin have finally reached an agreement that promises to provide greater peace of mind for both parties. According to information confirmed by ESPN's Adam Schefter, McLaurin signed a 3-year contract extension worth up to $96 million, becoming one of the highest-paid receivers in the NFL. With the new contract, the Commanders' offensive star will remain in Washington through at least the 2028 season. According to NFL Network's Tom Pelissero, the deal also includes a generous $30 million signing bonus, reinforcing the franchise's confidence in McLaurin's talent and leadership. This extension ends a period of uncertainty that had been generating tension behind the scenes. During the contract dispute, reports circulated that McLaurin had requested a trade, dissatisfied with the lack of progress in negotiations. Now, the agreement eliminates any risk of a departure and ensures that the team's top target remains a central piece of the offense. Before the extension, McLaurin had only 1 year remaining on his 3-year, $68.2 million contract signed in 2022. At the time, the deal guaranteed him an average of $23.2 million per season, placing him only 17th among the league's highest-paid wide receivers. With the new extension, that reality changes completely. McLaurin now has an average salary of $32 million per year, tying him for 6th in the NFL, according to data from the website SpotTrack. It's worth noting that last July, McLaurin did not participate in the start of training camp. He was placed on the physically unable to perform list, but was reactivated in early August, returning to training with the squad. The resolution of the contract situation should certainly bring more focus and peace of mind to both the player and the coaching staff led by Dan Quinn. Since arriving in the league in 2019 as a 3rd-round draft pick, Terry McLaurin has built a solid and extremely consistent career. The receiver has surpassed the 900-yard mark in each of his 6 seasons, including 5 campaigns with over 1,000 receiving yards. Furthermore, The number 17 has been selected to the Pro Bowl twice, cementing his position as one of the most reliable and productive wide receivers in the NFL. With this extension, the Washington Commanders secure the long-term retention of their main offensive weapon, demonstrating that the franchise intends to build its future around McLaurin. Fans can rejoice. Scary Terry will continue to shine in Washington's offense for many years to come. The Commanders' overnight success cost them the opportunity to sign a four-time Pro Bowler, but it's not a bad thing in retrospect. Well, I never thought I'd say this in my life, but the Washington Commanders were too good for a free agent who could have filled a major need this offseason. The Commanders were linked to every big defensive player in free agency, and everyone was surprised when they didn't sign any. They had interest in a few, and one almost signed with the Commanders, but DeMarcus Lawrence says he didn't want to jump on the bandwagon, and that's okay. Lawrence's decision. There were rumors about which free agents the Commanders were actually interested in, and of course Dan Quinn wanted to reunite with Lawrence, but he chose the Seattle Seahawks. Lawrence went on the Pivot podcast and explained why the Commanders were too good for him. Now, of course, the Seahawks offered Lawrence a 3-year contract, and the Commanders reportedly only wanted to offer him a 1-year deal, so the financial aspects of the situation make more sense than the fact that the team is too good. Why wouldn't he want to join Quinn and former teammate Dorrance Armstrong, with whom he played better? Looking back, the Commanders may have made a better decision with the alternatives they had when Lawrence chose the Seahawks. There was a warning sign the Commanders could have avoided. The Commanders had to change course. Lawrence could have filled a big need for the Commanders, but he was also recovering from a season-ending injury, and signing him would have been a big gamble. He played only 4 games last season before suffering a Lisfranc foot injury. The defense still needed help on the line, and they made some low-risk plays to help, which may have a bigger impact than expected. The Commanders signed veteran Dietrich Wise in free agency to a 1-year contract worth just $3.25 million, and he could be the starting tight end on early downs. Wise will stop the run more effectively than Dante Fowler Jr. did last season, but the team still needed someone to pressure the QB as well. Wise can slot into the backfield, but the Commanders wanted some specialists. Jacob Martin signed with the team on a 1-year, $2.58 million contract, and Von Miller arrived months later, just as the team began training camp. The pass-rushing unit impressed in training camp, and the starters and rotation players shined in the preseason. The Commanders' defense as a whole looks much better, and Peter's budget spending may have been worth it rather than risking a big deal on Lawrence.